What's going on, y'all? This is Gendirect. I'm here in Toronto, Ontario right now. Listen to the sweet sounds of Jesse Gold. Gonna have a dope conversation with him today. This is past, present, and future. Let's go. So Jesse,
Yes, sir.
I've been wanting to have this conversation with you for for longer than the last hour, but I was gonna say for the last hour that we've been just going through the venue and thinking about how we're gonna really just make sure the cameras are set up and get the audio right and everything.
Yeah,
So
I said that just as long as we get my good side the whole time,
yeah,
then we're good.
I feel like both sides are your good side, man. But so many questions come to my mind from the beginning. But you know, we're right here. We're in front of all of these classic records. We got Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. We got Destiny's Child, No, No, No. I think it's a single record over there.
Yeah.
We got Prince. So let's just start at the beginning.
Sure.
Where does Jesse Gold's story begin?
You know, I think like most people and most musicians can attribute their taste to their parents. And my parents had wildly different tastes in music, which it's actually funny because as I look at this wall, I see like two major influences of mine on different ends of the musical spectrum.
What are they?
Marvin Gaye here, which my mom was a avid Motown and R&B lover and listener, and that's all she would play when she would drive me anywhere. And then my dad was like a big classic rock guy and super into James Taylor.
Wow.
And so it's actually like these two, it's so serendipitous that they're right here.
Right on top.
Those are like some of my biggest influences musically of all time. And like I feel like being a fan of both of them is kind of like that's why I started playing guitars because of James, and it's why I kind of started singing in the way that I do because of Marvin Gaye like that. So anyway, it's just funny that they're right there like that.
It's kind of symbolic of everything. These two albums being together, your parents being your musical influences.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you come around, good things just happen.
This guy's a charmer, man. This guy always charming people. So you mentioned that you picked up the guitar because of James Taylor.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I wanted to have this conversation with you, outside of us just building a friendship online over the years, was just watching your social media and just seeing how you engage with people. Your videos are super engaging, but one in particular where you mentioned this kid named Jules.
Yeah.
And you're playing the guitar without a pick, and the story goes that you saw Jules playing, you thought that was so cool that he could play the guitar, so you started not using a pick. And then Jules said you'd never be good if you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And then, right in time, you sing, "Fuck you, dude, I'm unreal."
Yeah.
So is that where your instrumentalist story starts?
I think that I was already pretty well into my musical journey at that point, but it definitely was one of many driving factors that, pushed me to really start to take it seriously and excel in it. I play guitar in a way that I think a lot of people would say is technically wrong.
Why?
Just like guitar nerd stuff, like, the way that I put my pinky here or the way that I don't use a pick. I think some people would maybe take, offense to the way I play this instrument. But to me, that's kind of always what I just tried to make whatever I had at my fingertips work for me, vocally as well. I took what I saw and I kind of just made it a little more what worked for me.
So you just always were DIY. I'm gonna figure things out as I go, and I'm gonna make things work for me. So
Yeah.
in the beginning, you're in your parents' house. Your mom's playing Marvin Gaye, she's playing Motown. Your dad's playing James Taylor, he's playing rock. What genres were you experimenting with when you were younger?
I think I always gravitated towards R&B more. I don't know if my mom just sold it better, but I don't know. It was hard to pick. At the time, I almost didn't know there was a difference. You know what I mean? Like, which I think is like a beautiful thing.
It's just music.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, I was just like, these are all things that I like. I didn't even know that they would be classified as different. And maybe, as I was growing up and experimenting with music, I would just try any and everything, which I think sadly in the industry was a bit to my detriment, as I was trying to like make a name for myself years and years ago, like I was just throwing too much at it, and I was doing stuff like him and doing stuff like him, and it was just like, well, where who are you? You know, and it took me time to figure that out. I mean, I like to think I've settled into the artist I am today, because I was able to experiment with all of these different genres and incredible singers and instrumentalists. So yeah, I attribute where I am now to being a lover of all sorts of different music, not just the one, you know.
Do your parents play musical instruments too?
Absolutely not. Couldn't be more tone deaf. No, they don't. But my grandmother was a brilliant pianist,
Oh, wow.
professional pianist, and she used to play, for any Toronto folks, she used to play in the lobby of the Royal York Hotel.
Okay.
And when I got out of school, my first job was playing in the lobby of the Royal York Hotel, and I used to play beside the piano that she used to play.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was.
And she got to see you do this.
She never saw me do it, but she got to hear that I was doing it, and she was pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, that's really amazing. It's come from a musical family then.
Yeah, she's like the one musical bloodline that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as I was doing my research on you, speaking of music, and speaking, I guess, of education, segue, I saw that you went to Berklee College of Music.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. And I also saw that you left to chase your dreams. So can you take us through the story of going to Berklee and that feeling of going to such a prestigious school and then ultimately deciding this isn't for me, I need to go about a different route?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I had an incredible time there, and it actually wasn't a "this isn't for me" moment that made me leave. Actually, it was more of a realization of what else I should be doing. Because I have not a bad word to say about it. I had the time of my life there. It was like Hogwarts for music. Like it was truly wild. And I enjoyed all of my time there. But I was actually in a class with his brother.
Whoa.
Who's a teacher there, Livingston Taylor. And Livingston asked me to open up for him at a couple of his shows. And so he like signed me out of school, and we got in his car and we like drove through rural Massachusetts, and I opened for him on these incredible like theater shows. And that experience for me was so incredibly eye-opening. And I learned so much. I learned more in the car with a lifetime musician than in 2 days than I had learned in 2 years in school. You know, I just being in the car, hearing his wisdom, getting to sound check, doing it, playing the show, after the show, all of these, it was just like a huge experience for me. And it really opened my eyes to, you know, it was validating that one, I want to do it, that this is absolutely what I want to do. And two, I need to start doing it. And when I was in school, I just wasn't doing it. I was learning and I was improving, and I was having fun. But I wasn't doing that. And when I had brought that up to him and to some of my other teachers, this is why I thought Berklee was super cool, because all of my teachers were like, yeah, you should go. Like, dip. You know, so I was there for like just under 2 years, and then all my teachers were like, get out of here, go do your thing. And then and that's what I did. So I left and I just started doing it, and I was really happy with that decision to do that.
Yeah, I think you made the right decision.
Hey, hopefully.
Man, seeing you play the guitar and seeing how people react to you singing, I'm reading the comments online on your TikTok, and I'm seeing people say, how does he sound so good off the floor? And, you know, just having rave reviews. I really think you made the right decision. And to chase your dreams, that's a really tough thing to do. Not everybody has the guts to do that. That's right.
Yeah, well, I'm still chasing. And
always chasing, right?
Always chasing.
Yeah.
Always chasing.
So let's go back to the house now. Let's go back to Jesse's house. You're from Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah, born
from like 5 minutes from here.
Okay, cool. So from just around the way over here in Toronto, in can I say where we are right now?
Sure.
We are in North York, is that? North York. From North York, your mom's playing Marvin Gaye, playing Motown. What other R&B songs are played in the house at this time?
Well, my mom, she was big Marvin Gaye fan. She was a huge Tower of Power fan. So we used to listen to a lot of them. And a lot of Stevie Wonder. Just like really classic stuff. It's funny, like the R&B that I love now and that changed my life though, isn't any of that stuff.
No.
It's you know, I was raised on this kind of music, and it wasn't until I was like, 13, 14, that area, where I heard, the R&B of that time that really spoke to me. And that's the music that kind of changed the trajectory of my life. That kind of early 2000s R&B. So while I was raised on like these incredible R&B classics, when you ask me my favorite R&B like of all time or my favorite songs, I have nothing but the utmost respect for those songs, but that's not my answer.
Yeah, it's the songs you were outside for that you have your memories attached.
Exactly. It was like it was the songs that I got to make my own decision that this is what I love, not just like this is what's being played.
What's a moment in your life from your teens or your high school years where there's an R&B song attached? And which R&B song is it?
Story. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I was at a summer camp when I was like, at the time I was probably 13 or 14.
Okay.
And I was like the kid running around with a guitar, like annoying, just like constantly playing stuff.
Was it a music summer camp?
No, and but I was the music kid. Like I just had a guitar. Who was just like trying stuff and running up to people and playing things. And there was a very cool older counselor who was there that was kind of like the popular dude at the camp. And I remember he came up to me one day and he was like, I want to show you some music that I think you'll really like. Come meet me at my cabin. I want to show you some stuff. And I was like super nervous because he was like the dude.
Yeah.
And he sat me on the floor of his cabin and he put on Born to Do It by Craig David in its entirety.
Okay.
And that album changed my life forever.
As I was doing my research on you, I read that you said Craig David is your biggest musical influence.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite Craig David song?
I have so many, but I will just say that 7 Days was the song that like there was a switch in my brain that went off. I played that song probably 6,000 times that summer, and I got deep into Craig's catalog. Some other notable songs, like a song called You Know What. There's a run in that song that was, for me, the defining moment as to like, I want to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. And I would just listen to that song and I would do that run over and over and over for years. I still can't really even do it that well, but like that's kind of what set me on that path of wanting to be able to sing like that, was him. And so the rest of that story is that album went on to, kind of nudge me in the direction that I've, followed. And about 10 years later, I got a DM from Craig and he and I spoke a little, and I was able to go to see him in Miami. And I was able to bring that old camp counselor to Craig David's house. And it was like a crazy full circle.
That's amazing.
Beautiful moment. Yeah.
Really beautiful.
So that, for many reasons, it was that album and it was Craig. But also that experience to me was like a beautiful, important one in my life.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
Yeah. But that album, Born to Do It by Craig David, I mean, to me, that is like, that's my number one.
Can you play it for us?
Of course.
On my way to see my friends, with a couple blocks away from me, that as I walk to the subway. It must have been about 3:15. In front of me stood a beautiful honey with a beautiful body. She asked me for the time. I said it cost her a name, sister, and I ran and think would be tomorrow at 9. Did she decline? No. Didn't she mind? I don't think so. Was it for real? Damn sure. What was the deal? The pretty girl was 24. So is she keen? She couldn't wait. Cinnamon queen, now let me update. What did she say? She said she loved to around the grill. She asked me what we were gonna do. So we stopped for a bottle of Moet for to Monday. Took her for a drink on Tuesday. We were making love by Wednesday. And on Thursday and Friday and Saturday we chilled on Sunday. I met this girl on Monday. Took her for a drink on Tuesday. We were making love by Wednesday. And on Thursday and Friday. You know?
You gotta be making a stag face. I love it. Dude, how old were you when you realized you could sing?
Well, I started singing, I guess, when I was like 13, around just before that. You know,
Was it like you?
But it's hard.
Were you just in the house and just like, oh, I could sing, or was it like you're in like?
No, I went to performing arts schools. Like I was always just like singing. I was writing songs when I was like 10, and but singing never really came that naturally to me, like guitar did. I started playing guitar super young, like when I was like 3.
Wow.
Yeah, so that to me always felt more natural. Singing, I really had to like work at. I still do work at. You know, and it's inspirations like Craig, or like when I hear a crazy Brian McKnight riff that I have to learn. You know, and so I just like copy, and that's kind of been my my journey as a singer. I just like study the greats, or the greats to me, you know.
And I love that because you're honing in on your craft, and you're not just hanging your laurels on your God-given talents. It's like I need to really learn what.
I mean, if I could, I would. That'd be nice.
From a guy that can't sing like you, I feel like you could.
Oh, thank you, bro.
So 3 years old, picking up the guitar.
Yeah. I actually have a photo of it.
I wish we had it.
We can. Here it is.
So, how did that come about?
Apparently, I was in the back seat of the car, and I just said to my parents, "I want a guitar." After listening to the radio, and they got me one. It was like this big.
Yeah.
And I just started going from there.
Well, they took you to lessons, and you just.
Yeah. Took me to lessons, and I just started doing it. It just came really natural, and I just like became obsessed. And I still am obsessed. Like this right now is my comfort zone.
I noticed
like
that.
Sitting with it.
Yeah.
It just feels better than sitting without it.
And I noticed that even when cameras off, mics were off, you were still picking up your guitar. You were just going away, having fun, having a good time.
You know, for the kids, it's like my fidget spinner.
That's a hell of a fidget spinner.
It's basically the same thing.
Imagine being in a meeting, like if in like a corporate job, and just like, oh man, I'm fidget beneath the desk. You have your guitar with you.
That would be nice. It would help me in a lot of social situations if I could just.
I feel like most people would be like, ooh, yeah, he can do that.
All right, I'm gonna start doing it, and you're getting blamed if there's any problems.
Just tell them Jen said to do it. They'll say it's all right, man. They will say it's all good. So, what other instruments do you play?
I kind of dabble in everything except horns. Never tried a horn in my life. But again, like I took drum lessons, I took piano lessons, I took cello for years. Stringed instruments are kind of just like, I have an understanding of them.
Yeah.
And I play, I'd say 90% of the instruments on the records that I make, which is, it's nice to be able to kind of like get it out of my head at first, and like I can lay down the keys part and then get it to a piano player and be like, can you do this but better, you know?
Yeah.
So it's definitely helped my music making to be able to be versatile instrument-wise. Yeah.
So you down to play a game?
Of course, yeah. What game? What we got?
So let's go over there, and then I'm gonna introduce the game to you.
All right, let's
welcome
go.
to the area.
Yeah.
All right, so Jesse, this game is based upon your R&B classic series that I see percolating all over Instagram.
Okay.
So for anybody that doesn't know what he does online with this series, basically just play some R&B classics acoustically with his guitar. So you got your guitar here, we
Yeah.
got a microphone for you. I want you to do the same thing.
Okay.
The twist is though, I want you to tell us what your top 5 R&B songs are, excluding 7 Days, which you just performed.
Okay.
And so you're gonna start from number 5.
Okay.
You're gonna play that and go right on up to number 1.
Got it.
All right,
Okay.
so-
Do you want to hear what they are first?
You're gonna tell us what's the 5th one right now? What's number 5?
Back at One, Brian McKnight.
Play it for us.
Okay.
I said one, you'd like a dream come true. Two, just wanna be with you. Three, girl, it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. And four, repeat steps of 1 through 3. 5, make you fall in love with me. If ever I should think my work is done, then I start back at 1. Oh, oh, oh,
Good, very,
All right.
very good. So why is that one of your top 5 R&B songs of all time?
So that's one of the songs that my mom would play all the time. So that's one of the earlier songs that I kind of grew up listening to and always loved. And Brian McKnight is somebody who's, I think, one of the greatest vocal riffers of all time.
Definitely.
You know, there are other songs that had really inspired me, but that one is like the one that I can pinpoint as like what I grew up listening to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. Number 4 is a song called I'm a Mess by Anthony Hamilton.
Okay. All right.
It's an Anthony Hamilton B-side, but it's a banger. I might have to do my Anthony Hamilton impression. I don't know if I've ever played it, but we'll see.
I'm so torn up now. Can't believe I lost you. Lost my best friend, my soulmate. I can't believe it's true. We've invested in a set of twins, a small house, and a dog crying. I knew I was suffering. He was chained to my pain. You and me were meant to last forever. And if the walls can't hold this house together, we were born to live and die together. And now you're gone and I'm so alone. Baby, come on home.
Woo! Never done it in my life. Could be terrible, but that's the song if you don't know that one.
You're a liar. You've done that every day.
Never done it in my life, but that's an unbelievable tune.
It is. I love that lyric where you said we invested in a set of twins.
Anthony Hamilton.
Crazy. Crazy.
Okay.
Shout out to Anthony Hamilton, man. I'm just thinking
Big
of
shouts.
Charlene. I'm thinking of just
I'm
like...
cool. If you're cool, then we're cool.
Yeah, the best.
That should have been number 4. Nah, it's all good. All right. So number 3.
Number 3, X Factor, probably, Lauryn Hill.
Okay, cool. Miss Lauryn Hill, I'm not mad at you.
It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard, yes. Seems loving you is like a battle, and we both end up with scars. Tell me who I have to be to gain some reciprocity. 'Cause no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will.
Let me beat you up. Come here with these good songs. All right, why Miss Lauryn Hill? Why that song right there?
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, it was probably one of the first R&B albums in its entirety that I had truly no skips. That was a big record for me too.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I don't know, that one just always comes to mind. I love playing that one. I sing that one a lot just because, like, there's just such emotion in it. Yeah, I love that whole record.
So many people agree. I agree.
Yeah.
What's number 2?
Okay, number 2, I wonder if you know it. It's a song called Falling Out by Calvin Richardson.
Never heard of it.
Okay, I highly recommend Calvin Richardson, but my college roommate actually put me onto this song into Calvin, and this is a big song for me.
Okay, cool.
It's called Falling Out.
Calvin Richardson, Falling Out.
Yeah. Said the sun is going down, and I'm falling out of love. I don't wanna put you down, 'cause you taught me how to love. I'm just like a bee. I need your honey, 'cause I'm hungry, you're starving me. When it's cold outside, you won't be there to keep me warm late. I know you're gonna miss me. I know you're gonna miss my love. Yeah.
This is a song called You Know What by Craig David that there's a run here that I heard that made me want to sing, and I don't think I can do it still, but I'm gonna try.
We were meant to be together for eternity, but now you're gone. It's plain to see I was living just a fantasy. So many things I'd like to do if ever I found a love that's true. Finding it hard to push on through since I've been away from you. Yeah. When I first met you, waiting, standing up by the bus stop, I knew you were something special. Weak on my knees, I wanted to drop. Yeah, so we checked each other, what we had going on so hard. I never thought you'd leave me, no, but you know what? We were meant to be together for eternity, but now you're gone. It's plain to see I was living just a fantasy. Yeah.
That's the vibe. But it's that one run. It's that one run.
When I first met you, waiting, standing up by the bus stop, I knew you.
I can't do it. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Play the record here.
I want to discuss where you are currently.
Okay.
Everything that's going on with Jesse right now.
Got you.
So, where would you describe your place in the world and in your world right now? Where do you feel like you are?
I feel like I'm in a pretty pivotal point of make or break, honestly. I don't know if that sounds super dramatic, but
A little bit, but I like
yeah,
it.
but I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself right now, more than ever before. Pressure to outwork my past, outwork people I see trying to do the same thing as me. It feels like now or never for me, and I just want to, prove to myself that I can make the goal happen. And so every single day for me is working towards the goal.
Mm-hmm.
It manifests in many different ways, but every day is an opportunity for me just to work towards the thing that I've always wanted to achieve.
And I feel like that bleeds into the songs you write. I was listening to Go Mode yesterday.
Yeah.
That
That song in particular is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, or your EP before the last one, Stupid Hours.
Yeah.
It's your constant theme in your music, being
For
so
sure.
busy, but
Yeah.
loving that busyness and loving the grind.
Yeah, like I think that sometimes I complain about it too. Like I get run down or I get tired, but to me it's like it's definitely, I've worked hard to make the uncomfortable comfortable. That to me is where I find that I've grown the most. So like, that's not a crazy concept. You've heard that a million times, but I found that when I really started to implement that in my life is when I saw growth. When there were things that I was just resistant to doing, whether it be you know, social media as an artist. I think most artists are resistant to do that. Whether it's like going to an event with other creatives or like going to a studio session, like all those things that just, I don't know, as a semi-introvert feel like work, I have just forced myself to do them. And every time I do that, I see benefit, you know? So I try and like practice that every day as much as I can. And sometimes it sucks, but it's usually beneficial.
Yeah, you're just trying to make it a part of your routine.
Yeah,
Make something that you do every single day.
Yeah, and so I would say that's the biggest part of my present is to just like work hard and push myself because I know the future me is going to thank me. So
Question for you. One of my favorite one of my favorite videos of yours was the when you turned the Friends theme song
Right.
into R&B. Are there
Yeah,
other
yeah.
shows that you watch with theme songs you could do the same for?
yeah, is there one that you would want me to do?
I was thinking of that, but I couldn't think of one. Which one? Which other show do you
I mean, the
watch?
Friends theme song is just iconic.
Yeah.
Um, what other shows are there?
See, there's The Office, but there's no words on it.
Yeah, but I could probably make. How's that go again?
Um, Tell me when you got it.
Okay. Hey, you know.
That's what she said.
I feel like that's that's how Michael Scott would do it. No.
100%. If Michael could play guitar like that. Thank you.
Enough of that.
Man. Gee. All right. I want to ask you for any more shows.
All right. Now you can ask me whatever you want.
Whatever I want. Anyway, you mentioned working for a wedding company, though.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Tell us some more about that.
To me, what it really was helped me do was to build up my stamina and to get a repertoire and get my 10,000 hours in. Like to me, like I said, when I got out of school, my first job was playing in hotel lobbies, and playing weddings, and it was just me and a guitar, and I would have to learn, how to, as just me and a guitar, play for 6 hours. How do you do that? And so I'm really grateful for those jobs because they got me to a much better place as a musician. Like that's how I truly practiced. It's someone's super important day, and you're there a long time playing. So all of those reasons on this gig, as a playing weddings, it really helped me as an artist for sure. I feel actually very lucky because I don't have a 9 to 5. I get to do what I want all day, which is, record and do sessions, and then from 5 p.m. to 1 to 2 a.m. I'm wedding singing, and it allows me to like fund the record. I'm doing all these covers on my social media, but I'm using it as a tool for my original music because I found that the covers that are resonating are it's when I flip them into the way that I would do it. And that's what my original music is and is going to be. So my hope is that this fan base that I'm, growing through these covers is going to translate with the original music. That's kind of been my plan and my strategic move on socials.
Yeah, and it's an honest, strategic move. You're connecting with the people in a way that is organic to them and is organic to you, and in using it as a funnel to get them to, listen to this R&B that you're making.
Right.
Let's move on to the future.
Yes, sir.
Working on a new project.
Yeah.
You have a title for the project?
No.
Just working on the songs, right?
Yeah, the songs are I'm just pulling songs right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're starting to take shape into like something that feels like a cohesive direction. I'm pretty excited about it.
What's the direction you think everything is starting to lead towards or point towards?
I think it's just more naturally me, which, you know, tends to lean just more like acoustic guitar, pop, R&B. You know, that just feels the most true to me. When I just sit down with a guitar, that's what comes out, you know. And I wrote these songs that way, and that's how I try to stay true to them that way, and that's kind of the way it's shaped up.
Cool. Can I hear some of the music?
Bro, yeah.
All right.
I would love, okay. This is a song called Down For Me.
Down for me.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right.
I tried, now we're gonna do it on my time. Out the car, baby, can't ride. Cause I'm not the type to keep peace if you're not down for me. I was keeping it chillin' just on a Saturday. I had everything I needed right in front of me. Been a while since I heard your name, but you hit me on my line to say that we should really do this together. Acting like you know me for forever. I hit you back, yeah, cool, that's whatever. Coming in hard just to disappear. I tried, now we're gonna do it on my time. Out the car if you can't ride. I'm not the type to keep peace if you're not down for me. Won't stop, whether you ever
Gonna give them more?
that to me, but it's your loss. I'm not about to lose sleep if you're not down for me. On the waves of
My thoughts are, it definitely feels, I can feel like that 2000s R&B.
That one's throwbacky for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I really love when the hook comes and the percussion really starts to hit.
Thank you,
And
man.
those kicks are really crazy. I really love your flow on that. I could definitely feel like the Craig David.
Yeah, that one's
vibe.
definitely like an homage to guys like Craig and to that music that like I first fell in love with, you know.
And it's all there, but it's still uniquely you.
Thank you, bro.
That's called Down For Me.
That's called Down For Me, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many songs are on the project so far? Or
First
that
of all,
you're
I don't
working
even know if it's a project, but right now I got 6 songs that are feeling like they kind of fit together. So we'll see. We're gonna start rolling them out, and you know, based on what people like. That's why I wanted to play stuff for you, you know, to get your reaction and see if there's anything you like. So I can play more if you want.
Please, yeah.
All right, this is a song called You I Want.
You I Want.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
you think you're better when you're at your best. Think I see you as a zero when you don't feel like you're a 10. It's not true. She looks in the mirror and it's what she sees. Feels bad when she's anxious and puts it on me. Thinking it's a burden when I see her cold. She'd rather be perfect than to show me it all. But that's the you I want. That's the you I want. You I want. That's the you that I've been wanting, baby.
Thoughts. I'm a nerd for...
That feels like a gendirect one.
You know it is. I'm a nerd for songs like this. Songs with such like a like passionate writing. And songs where it's clearly about a certain subject. So in this song here, it sounds like you're speaking to your love interest, your girl, and you're telling her throughout her perfections, that's the person that you want.
You nailed it, bro. I mean, that means I did a good job because you got it on first listen. But
Beautiful.
you know, that's what it is. When that idea came to my head, like, you know, of just, I thought it was super universal of like, you know, somebody's always sharing their flaws with you, but it's like those, first of all, are not flaws to me. That's the reason why I love you, right? That to me, when I first got that in my head, I thought that was super strong. And so I got it down in song, and it's You I Want.
It sounded really good, and
Thanks,
I love
bro.
the build up to the hook. It's such a refreshing payoff.
Thank you, man.
I think everybody, when they hear the You I Want, are gonna be excited for that. That's one of those ones where if the artist doesn't release it, you look back at the clip years later or months later or whatever, you go, he never put out You I Want.
Bro.
If you guys want You I Want, put that into the comment section of this video.
Yikes. All right, well, I guess we gotta release it.
You do?
All right.
So even if it's just for me, I want it. That's the
I got
you I
you.
want. That is the you that I want.
You get the MP3, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, give me the wave. I need a bit of better quality on mine. You know.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You got the wave, bro.
All right, so play me another song.
Okay.
Play me another song.
I'll play you. This is a record called Only You.
Only you. Only you. You're definitely in love right now.
These are love songs for sure.
Okay. You answered the question right there.
History. Somehow that shit really sticks with me. We never really had consistency, but you stay on my mind consistently. One thing I know, we still don't go good together. That'll never change. So why do I miss you? Even though I don't want you back.
This guy.
Maybe it's 'cause what we've been through. Girl, only you would understand that. Only you would understand.
What'd you say on the hook right there?
Only you would understand.
Only you would understand.
These ain't the vocals yet.
No, but I love the energy. This beat is like, you know, the way that it starts off with the beat, it sounds like you're getting sort of like something to make a baby with. And then lyrically, I'm still figuring out everything that you're saying, but I felt like you were saying that you love her, but then you spoke about missing consistency. That's the only thing you had consistently.
Yeah.
I was like, but that was lyrics. Those don't scream baby making. That doesn't scream love.
No, this is actually the outlier of the 6 songs so far. This is about a past relationship.
Yeah.
So this one is kind of the odd one out, but I'm excited about that one. I can't wait to get it right. Yeah.
I can't wait until you get it right.
Thank you,
Although,
bro.
if you gave me that right now, I'd be
All
like,
right,
this
that's
is right.
good to know, bro.
Hey,
I feel like those are the snippets that I'm willing to share.
I was gonna say I think
Okay,
3 is a
three's good.
beautiful,
Three's
beautiful
good.
amount. So we got it's only you would understand. We got
Only You I Want, and Down For Me. Those are the
Down
3
For
I
Me.
played, yeah.
Okay, cool. We're gonna be on your ass waiting for those.
All right,
songs
bro, you
there.
got it. I got the waves coming up for you.
Awesome. You know what? I had some other things that I wanted to get into, but we'll save it for maybe a part 2.
I love it, dude.
Save it for a part 2.
Yeah.
Right now, I want to thank you for your time.
Man, thank you.
Thank
what
you
a
for
pleasure.
having us. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Bro, much love. Thank you, brother.
man.
Thank you. And thank you for watching at home.
See y'all next time.